friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Emily. I'm the owner of Emily Page Company. I'm a 24-year-old small business owner based out of Columbus, Ohio. This video is going to be a market vlog, which I am so excited about. I had so much fun making my last market vlog. If you haven't given it a watch, you should give it a watch because I had so much fun and I loved it, and I just absolutely love taking you guys along with me for the day. As you guys can see, I'm sitting inside my lovely van that is actually all packed up, ready to go, and if you've watched my previous market videos, then you know I typically do a mock-up and show you guys what my mock-up looks like of my booth, and then I also pack the van with you guys. But we are in full-blown market season already, and I just didn't have time to film that. So when I say full-blown market season, we're doing pretty much 1 to 3 markets every single weekend up until October. We have a mini break and then goes on until Christmas. And you might be wondering, like, well, when did you pack the van then? So I try to do a little bit every single day so I don't overwhelm myself. So for instance, when we got back to the warehouse on Monday, I unloaded the van and checked all my inventory to see what I needed to make, what I needed to restock. Then I wrote everything down that I needed to make and restock. On Tuesday, I went through all of my cups, restocked those, and then I barcoded everything that needed to have barcodes on it. Wednesday was literally a full day of embroidery for me. I did like 7+ hours of just nonstop embroidery because in my last market, I sold so many embroidered pieces. So that's what I spent all day Wednesday doing. And then Thursday, which is today, I also just spent a lot of last minute embroidery things. I packed the rest of the van up, and then yeah, here we are. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier on me when I just do a little bit every single day, so I'm not overwhelming myself like packing the van, spending so much time doing that. So I just did little by little every day. In my last video, you guys saw a lot of Parker in it. He restocks, helps me set up, helps me tear down. And something that's really important when I do events back to back, like every single weekend like this, is being organized. And we have a really good method of just being organized, and he also just helps me stay organized. So it just makes it so much easier on me when I'm restocking and going through that inventory to see what I need to get and see what I don't need to get for my next market. This market is Spring at the Round Barn with Vintage and Made Market. I am so excited for this event. This is my second year with them, and I always have fun doing their events. So like I said, today is currently Thursday and the event is on Friday and Saturday. So yes, this will be a 2-day event, and I decided I'm going to do this one solo. Typically I do the Round Barn one solo, and I know it's going to be a lot more because I also have a double booth, so it's going to take me longer to tear down and set up by myself. With this event, I'm totally okay doing it solo because, as you guys saw in my other video, I feel like when I do these markets that are like 6 hours long, I get like a burst of just non-stop people the whole time. But with this event, I do get a burst of people, but it's more like consistent, if that makes sense. So it's like, yes, I get a burst of people, but then it slows down and then it's consistent. So I can do these ones by myself. This is actually my first double booth of this year, so I'm excited to test out my new layout. And I have so many clothes, as you guys can see behind me, that I'm bringing with me, and so many cups and just so many fun things. And my booth is completely different from last year, and I'm just so excited to get in there and start setting everything up tomorrow. Like I said, today is Thursday. I'm going to chillax a little bit before the crazy weekend, and we actually just got Chipotle, so I'm going to eat my Chipotle. The market is from 4 to 9 on Friday, and then 9 to 5 on Saturday. So I need to leave the house tomorrow by noon, and then we'll get there around 1, and then I'll take like 3 hours to set up. I think that'll give me plenty of time. So I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Happy market day, guys. I'm so excited for today. Today is going to be a great day. The weather is beautiful. The sun is shining. Currently it is 9:30 and I'm gonna leave the house at 11:30, so I just woke up at the normal time I normally wake up at. I know my outfit is not cute, but hear me out. These are like gonna be my comfy clothes. So at this location, it's a barn at the Round Barn, and there's a lot of dirt and debris. So when I'm moving things, I'm going to just wear gross clothes, and I'm gonna change. My first market vlog that I post on here, I was wearing this beautiful dress and it ended up selling out at my market, and I restocked it in a lavender and a pink color. And this dress is just so comfortable. The weather is going to be like 73 degrees and sunny, but I'm inside a barn, so it's always going to be a little bit colder in there. This is kind of a longer dress, like the sleeves are a bit longer and the bottom's longer, so I think this will be perfect. I had some orders that had to get picked up from UPS, so Parker's at the warehouse, and then I have a really big pallet delivery of boxes and bags. I don't know why they shipped it freight, but it's coming on a pallet, I guess. So Parker's at the warehouse. He left at the normal time, and he's just gonna get some work done. And then if I need anything, which I feel like I'm gonna need more shopping bags, he's gonna grab them for me. So I'm going to message him and see if he can grab me more shopping bags, because last year I ran out literally the first night, and this is a 2-day show. So I have about 2 hours to go until I have to leave, so I want to pack my lunch for the day. And this show runs from 5 to 8, so that's like kind of dinner time too. So I'm just gonna eat dinner when I get back. Normally when I do events solo, Parker always makes dinner when I come back, and then we eat dinner together after the event. So I'm just gonna bring snacky things. In my last market video, I talked about how protein is so important on market days. I did not know this, but protein makes you feel full for longer, and as you guys know, it's hard to take breaks when you're doing events solo at markets. So I'm going to pack a lot of high protein snacks today. I have my turkey sticks. I have these little wraps I've been making. They're like turkey wraps. They're so good. And then I'm gonna bring an apple. I've been on like a little apple kick lately. I love Pink Lady apples. And then I'm gonna bring 2 of my Stanleys for my water. Now I'm going to chillax for 2 hours. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and then we'll hit the road. I just got in the van. I'm all ready to go, and the time is currently 11 a.m. Originally I was gonna leave at 11:30. It takes about 45 minutes to get there, but I'm always just a little nervous driving the van. Normally Parker drives the van, but I'm doing it solo today, so I gotta drive the van. I don't really have to be there until 1, but I just want to give myself plenty of time to set up and everything, and I packed my lunch and some snacks, so if I do get hungry or anything, I can just take a break before the market starts. My parents are also doing this market, so my mom and dad are also vendors too, so I just want to stop by, say hey to them. They're outdoor vendors, so they're not going to be the same place as me, but I just want to chat with them for a little bit before the market starts. I always get so many emotions on market day. Like, this whole morning, I've just been so anxious and nervous. I don't know why, because I know I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I'm by a lot of my vendor friends too. But I always just get so nervous, and I'm an overthinker, so I just overthink everything. Feel like I forgot something, feel like I'm going to fail. I don't know. I'm an overthinker, but today is such a beautiful day, so I just need to switch my mind to positive thinking. I'm going to start driving over that way, and we can start setting up my booth. All right, guys, I just got here, and I'm going to unload everything. I'm doing this solo, so I already know it's going to take longer. That drive made me so nervous. I've never driven this thing for super long like that, and I always just get super nervous driving this thing, but we're here, and we're going to go set up. booth is all set up, and guys, it took me like 2 hours to set up my booth by myself. I will definitely need Parker for the rest of the year, but I wanted to give you guys a tour of my booth, so let me show you guys. We're doing a little OTV of the day. What are you wearing?
These are the Free People something something shirts, thrifted, as well as boots, and I have my chicken earrings because I sell earrings. Find me at flora.and.fauna.co on Instagram or floraandfaunadesigns.co.
Lovely.
Yeah. What are you wearing, Emily?
This dress. This dress. It's a pretty Converse. I told you guys I'm obsessed with Converse. They're so cozy.
Yeah.
But awesome dress. I sell it. This one sold out in my last market 2 markets ago, and I have it in lavender, what I told you guys earlier in the video. But this is my cozy dress.
Oh, it looks really good.
Love it. This is her brand colors too.
Yeah, this is my brand color. Slay. Slay.
There's always a line for this event because they do like 100 swag bags. So let me show you guys what the line looks like. It is crazy long. Like, these people are waiting to get in. That is absolutely crazy. And this event is ticketed too, so you have to buy a ticket to get into this event both days. Hey guys, look at all of these people. There's probably hundreds of people in line. So crazy. A lot of cars in the parking lot too. But let me show you guys what it looks like from a shopper's perspective where my booth is. You'll walk in and this is the main entrance right here. So cute. And then my booth is front and center right here next to my friend Mountain Feather. Love her. And we have my cups front and centered right here. So cute. And then you'll come into my booth and we have embroidered apparel, tank tops. You guys know I love my tank tops. More embroidered apparel. And then this is my new thing I'm doing this year. So this is like my giftable table. So we have like my pillows, mugs up here. Some cute hair clips, bookmarks, books are my jam. And then we have more embroidered apparel right here. And then we have my boutique clothing. I'm really excited to see how this does. More boutique clothing, and then my beautiful checkout stand right here. And then we have more embroidered apparel over here. I'm showcasing a few of these guys. Dresses and jumpsuits. And then over here too we have like more fun giftable things. So cute. But that's what my booth looks like, guys. And the reason I did it like this is they can shop with me from different ways. So you can come through this way or this way, and then you can shop with me from the front like this. I think it looks really good. You guys have to let me know in the comments what you guys think about my booth or any changes. And this is a different layout from what I totally would do. Like, I did not have my booth like this when I was drawing it up on canvas, so always roll with the punches. I'm so excited. We have about 4 minutes until the market starts, and you guys saw that massive line outside. There's probably like 200, 300 people, that's my guess. But market is starting soon, so I'm going to go over to my checkout area and get ready. My booth is all ready to go. It took me like a full 2.5 hours to set up. My body hurts, my back hurts especially, but so excited for the market to start. Let's do it. time is 8 o'clock. Well, it's close to like 8:20 right now. The market just ended, so I'm heading back home. It's a 45-minute drive back home, but I'm super happy with how I did today. You know, Fridays are always kind of like a weird day because it's a work day too, so obviously today was slower than I'm expecting it to be tomorrow. The weather for this event was absolutely beautiful, and I also saw a lot of repeat customers that I was so excited to see and just catch up with them, how they're doing. So today was a really good day. I'm happy with today. But I'm completely exhausted and my back hurts so bad. I don't know why it hurts so bad, probably from like lifting wrong. I'm going to drive home now and I'll catch you guys tomorrow on day 2 of market day. Happy day 2, guys. I'm so excited for today. The weather is so beautiful. I'm wearing short sleeves and this beautiful dress and the weather is just so beautiful. We got really lucky with today, and especially it being spring in Ohio. On my drive yesterday, after I updated you guys, I was thinking like, oh, I didn't even share like what my best sellers were. So surprisingly, I only sold around like 10 cups, which normally my cups are my best seller, but I sold so many dresses. Like, I sold out of a couple designs that I had, and then I also sold a lot of embroidered apparel, but I feel like dresses were my number one. And I think it was just because the weather was so nice and people were like, oh, I'm gonna wear this on a beautiful day that's coming up, or like, I'm getting summer vibes from these. It was just really cool. So boutique stuff sold the best yesterday, and I looked at my numbers when I got home and I did around 40 orders, which isn't like crazy, but it's what I would expect for a spring market, especially on a Friday. I think today's gonna be really busy because it's Saturday. People have the day off. It's a weekend. Normally on Saturdays at this market, I do double what I do on Fridays. So I'm just excited to get there, and my mom's bringing me River Road. If you guys watch my other videos, I love River Road Coffee House, which that's gonna make my day 10 times better. So we're starting out strong. I'm going to start driving over there. I was really nervous driving home yesterday. It was starting to get really dark and people were not very nice to me on the road, but I made it home safe and I'm completely exhausted, to be honest with you guys, and I have a full day and I'm doing it solo, so I have to tear down solo too. But my body hurts so bad, and I'm sure you guys can hear my voice. My body's just completely exhausted, but today's a great day. Today's a good day, so I'm gonna head over there and I'll catch you guys when we get there. All right, I just got here. You guys can probably see my cute van in the back. I parked so far away, but when I drive a van, they want all the vans to like park in the back because, you know, it's not cute. So I have to walk like a mile to get there. So I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but Apple Maps sometimes takes me the craziest way. Like, I'm pretty sure that added like 15 minutes, so I ended up driving like an hour in total. I'm very excited for today. I'll show you guys a time lapse of my booth when the door first opens because there's already a really big line of people. So I'll catch you guys inside. There's already people lining up. There's probably like 50 people in line, and I'm in that barn right there. So I gotta walk over there and find my mom wherever she is. Guys, look how sweet this is. I walked into my booth this morning and my mom gave me a River Road. Oh, my favorite drink ever. Hey guys, so it's around 1 o'clock, so I wanted to check in with you guys, and it has been really busy. I've done double what I did yesterday already, and we're like halfway through today. I'm really happy with how I'm doing, and I will just check in with you guys later, but so far so good. The time is currently 3 p.m. and look at all of my hangers. Literally so crazy. I've sold a lot of like dresses and boutiques today, and also embroidered stuff, but as you guys know, I restocked my embroidered stuff. And I've sold a lot of cups too, so it's been a good mix of everything, but so many hangers today, which always makes me really happy. I'll check back in with you guys later. We're probably going to be tearing down. It ends at 5, so I have like 2 hours to go. The market is finally over, and I had a lot of fun, and I looked at my numbers, and I'm very happy with my numbers. I did a little bit over what I did last weekend,
but over a 2-day period. I'm just really happy with how this weekend went. I had so much fun. I'm currently walking to my van so I can pack it up and head on out of here, and I'm a little nervous because, as you guys can see, it's a little cloudy and it might rain soon, and I'm always nervous driving in the van in the rain. So I'm going to pack up the van and I'll catch you guys later.
Happy Monday, guys. We just got back to the warehouse and I am completely exhausted. I always call it a market hangover just because my body and my mind are just exhausted. So I took Sunday off and then relaxed for a whole day. I was pretty much a couch potato all yesterday, and we're back today to get ready for another market this weekend. I have 2 markets this weekend, so I need to prep. And I just took everything out of the van and I came back with a lot less, which is a good sign, but I just have a lot to make for next week. By me telling you guys that I'm exhausted, it's by no means me complaining. I'm so grateful that I get to do this job and that you guys support me and that I just get to have my small business, my full-time job. The whole reason I started my YouTube channel was to show you guys more behind the scenes, and doing markets are a lot of work, both physically and mentally. Just preparing for the market, setting up for the market in and of itself, tear down, and then doing it all over again the next week. But I love doing it. It's such a rewarding job. So I don't want you guys to think I'm complaining at all. I just want to tell you guys kind of what I'm feeling in the moment. And the weekend was just exhausting on my body and mentally, but I'm feeling a lot better since I had a little rest day yesterday. Overall, I'm so happy with how I did this market. If you guys have watched my other market videos, then you know that I typically give you guys a rundown at the end of my video, like sharing with you guys my market stats. And since this was a 2-day market, I'm going to share my Friday stats, my Saturday stats, and then we can total the 2 together. I know that a lot of other small businesses share what they make at markets, but personally I don't feel comfortable doing this, but I will be sharing what I made times the booth fee, if that makes sense. So you'll figure it out once I get to it. To start off with Friday, obviously Fridays are a little bit slower because it's a work day, and I expected Saturday to be way busier than Friday. Friday is just kind of like an awkward time. It was from 4 to 8, but I was really happy with how the crowd did. And if you guys see my videos, literally I was the first booth when people walked in, so you guys saw all of the people like channeling in as soon as the doors opened. I have my laptop right here and we're gonna get into my Friday stats. On Friday, my average order value was $50.68, and this is pretty average. I typically do between $40 and $50 for my average order value overall, like on my website and markets, so this hit the sweet spot. It's a little bit higher than what I thought it was going to be, but on Friday a lot of people were buying my higher priced items versus my lower priced items, which kind of surprised me a little bit. And I noticed on Friday too, I wasn't selling a lot of cups. I think my first cup sale was like an hour and a half into the market, which is pretty surprising. Normally cups do really well for me, but on Friday I was selling a lot of embroidered pieces and dresses. So I sold out of a couple dresses on Friday, which I was not expecting because my last market, which was the German Village Makers Market, I maybe sold like 3 dresses. And of course I sold a lot of dresses this market. So markets are just interesting because some things sell better than others. There's so many factors that go into it, but dresses were my top sellers on Friday. Let's get into my orders and sales now for Friday. So when I say orders, that means how many transactions I had, and when I say sales, that means how many products I sold. So on Friday I had 40 orders, so 40 transactions, and then I had 77 sales, so I sold 77 products on Friday. And like I said, for a weekday this was pretty good. I was super happy with how Friday went, and I knew that Saturday was going to be even busier. Now I want to share my top 5 best sellers from Friday. I'll put a picture up here like I always do for you guys, so you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about the product. So number 5 was the 16-ounce classic daisy cup. I sold 4 of these, and these were just really fun for spring and summer. My daisy cups always do really good, but especially during the warmer months they do good. Number 4, which was really surprising because normally this is number 1, my weekend is fully booked t-shirt. I normally don't bring t-shirts with me to markets in this design, but it's t-shirt weather, and I ended up selling 5 of these. And like I said, in crew neck version, these always do really good. This was my first market bringing the t-shirt version of these, and they did really good like both days of this market. So definitely be making more of these. I actually have a stack right here that I'm going to be embroidering today to get ready for my next market. Number 3 was a light mint smock dress. I sold 6 of these and I only brought 6 of them, so I sold out of them. They're so cute. It's like a shorter dress and then the top is smocked, and it's in this really pretty light mint color and it has pockets. And I'm starting to get into the boutique clothing world, and something with boutique clothing is you always buy them in packs. So majority of the time you'll buy them in packs of 6. So for instance, I've been getting 3 smalls, 2 mediums, and 1 large. So I normally only have 6 of these. So I always buy just 1 pack to start out and see how it does, and then if it does good, then I'll order more. So those sold out on Friday, which I was not expecting. It's a super cute dress, and I actually ordered more from my next market too because people kept coming back after I sold out and asking for the dress, so I just want to have that one in stock all the time now. Number 2 was my pink squiggly straws. Again, my last market, this happened too. People were just coming into my booth to just buy straws, and they were saying that they wanted to just restock on straws or share them as like a gift for the upcoming Mother's Day. So I sold a lot of straws this market, and I sold a total of 7. Number 1, top bestseller. This one always is up in my top 5. Can you guys guess what it is? It is Blind Date with Books. So I brought a lot of these with me just because it was a 2-day market. I believe I brought 30 of them with me, and on Friday I sold 9 of them. And I had customers that purchased Blind Date with Book for me in the past, and they came back to get another one, and that always just makes me happy because it knows that I'm picking good books that people enjoy reading. I love selling Blind Date with Book just because it's a fun mystery, and who doesn't love a fun mystery? And it might not be something you would normally pick up and read, so I just enjoy selling these. I think it's just a fun little mystery that people can pick out. So let's get on to my Saturday stats. On Saturday, the market was open from 9 to 5, so it was definitely a longer market, and you guys can see in the video too, I was right up in the front, so you guys saw people channeling in as soon as the doors opened, and I wanted to talk about that too. I love being in the front of some events. There's a lot of pros and cons in being in the front of events. This venue especially, I'm glad that I was like right front and centered when people walked in because the venue is a little confusing. It's at the Round Barn in Lancaster, Ohio, and I always get lost when I walk around, so I like being front and centered because if people want to like come back and shop with my booth, then they'll be like, oh, she was the first booth we walked in, we saw, so let's just go back to her because we know where she's at. So for this venue specifically, I love being up front and just right when the doors open, right there. My Saturday stats, my average order value for Saturday was $44.88, about $6 less than Friday, but I was selling a wide range of all my items, so like my cups, my boutique stuff, embroidered stuff, my fun giftable stuff. So a lot of people were buying a variety of my products. Let's get into my orders and sales. When I say orders, that means how many transactions I had, and when I say sales, that means how many products I sold. On Saturday, I had 115 orders, so 115 transactions, and then for sales, I had 244 sales, so I sold 244 products, which is crazy because, you know, when you're in the market and like in the moment, I can't believe that I sold that much. Even though the day goes by really fast, but that's so crazy. And let's get into my top 5 bestsellers for this market, starting out at number 5, which is normally my number 1. My weekend is fully booked crew neck. I sold 6 of these, and normally, like I said, these are number 1, but a lot of people were just getting a variety of my stuff, and obviously these still made top 5, which it's a good sign. And then the t-shirts made top 5 on Friday. Number 4 was my 20-ounce strawberry cup. These aren't on my website yet, but I do offer them in markets. They'll be on my website here soon. I normally bring a full case of these because they sell really quick, so I bring a total of 12, and I sold 7 of these. I had a lot of people telling me that their kitchens were decorated in strawberries. I think I got like 5 people that said that, which is really cute, so I'm glad I could contribute to their strawberry kitchen obsession. Number 3 was the green squiggly straw. I sold 10 of these. Again, people were just coming in and buying a lot of straws for me in packs of like 3 or 6 for themselves or to gift to friends. Number 2, same as yesterday, Blind Date with the Book. So I brought 30, and then on Friday I sold 9, and then Saturday I sold 11. So Blind Date with the Book always does really good for me at markets. They're just something fun. People love a mystery, and I enjoy selling them too because people give me book recommendations. So those do really good on Saturday too. And number 1, this has not made the top 5 since I've started doing these market vlogs, but I love this t-shirt so much. It's the Drink Coffee Read Books crop t-shirt. So it's a Comfort Colors boxy cropped. I'm actually wearing it right now. This is the Columbus one I sell, but it's like a longer style cropped. So when you lift your arms, it doesn't show your belly. So it's like a relaxed fit, and people really liked that it was like a longer boxy crop. So I sold 12 of these, which is crazy. I almost sold out of them. I think I have like 3 left, so I'm making a ton for my next market. Overall, I was really happy with how this market did. If you guys watched my last market vlog, this market was pretty much priced the same booth fee wise, but I had double the space. So my market fee was more expensive because I was inside, I was on concrete floors, and I also had a 10 by 20 booth, so I had a double booth too. So this market was a little bit more expensive, but it was the same price as my last market I did. So total for the weekend, I had an average order value of $46.33. Average order value is always between 40 and 50, so we hit that sweet spot, which is always a good sign. So my total number of orders was 155, so I had 155 transactions. And then for sales, this is pretty much the same as last week too, which is crazy. So I had 321 sales, so I sold 321 products, which is mind-blowing. Like, that's so many products. In this market, I did a little bit over what I did my last market. This one, I did 38 times the booth fee, which is awesome. And I noticed that a lot of my markets that I've been doing this year, I've only done 4 markets this year, but technically like 2 markets because those are like the 10 by 10 and 10 by 20s that I've done. And I've been hitting that sweet spot of around the same revenue that I've been making for the markets. So we're starting off really high on a good note this year, because markets really start getting busy in May is when they start picking up and becoming like crazier and crazier. So if I'm starting out on a high note like this, it can only go up from here. So that is a really good sign that my markets are going to be incredible this year. Now at this market, I sold out of a ton of my boutique things, like I said a little bit earlier in this video. So I want to share with you guys what I sold out of, because I was not expecting to sell out of my boutique clothing. I have these really cute jumpsuits in 3 colors. So I had them in sage black and camel. I brought 16 and I sold out of all 16 Saturday morning. I think I sold out of them at like Saturday at 11, and people were coming back asking me if I had them. So I sold out of those, which I love wearing those. So I was telling people like all the fun things that come with them, like they're adjustable, which I think I'm gonna add them to my website and have them be like a market jumpsuit because they're so comfortable, and I just want to share it with you guys. The other thing I sold out of, which I also mentioned earlier, was that light mint smock dress. I sold 6 of these and they're so cute, like the smock top, pockets on the dress, and I sold out of those on Friday, so those sold out very quick. Another item that sold out, which is a new embroidered piece that will be launching on my website soon. It has a design that says "It's not hoarding if it's plants." And I just made 7 of these to see how they did at the market. When I'm testing out a new design, I normally add a very small amount of them and then add them and just see how they do. But I sold 7 of these, brought 7, sold out 7 of them, and I sold out these on Saturday morning. So I think it was around like noon I sold out of these. I'll also be making more of these for my market. Another dress I sold out of was my honey floral maxi dress. So this was a floral dress, also had pockets, and it was like this really pretty mustard color. I had 5 of these and these sold out on Friday as well. They went like that. And then another dress that's similar but in pink form, I only had 3 of them, and I also sold out of those on Saturday. So those are my market stats, and I'm really happy with how this market did. I always know that this market's going to be fun for me and successful for me because I see a lot of repeat customers at this market, and I also met a lot of new customers too. And the thing with markets is if they market really good and they're just an overall like a good market, they get bigger and bigger every year. So this market is definitely getting bigger and bigger every year. You guys saw that crazy line of people waiting outside. It was like 200-300 people. Such a good weekend. I love doing events with these ladies. I'll be back for their fall market and their winter market too. I hope you guys are enjoying these market vlogs because my next video is also going to be a market vlog. On Saturday, I'm going to be back at the Dublin market. I am obsessed with this market. This market was so successful for me last year, and it's crazy because it's only a 3-hour market. Their kickoff is on Saturday, so I'll be there, which I have my 10 by 20 canopy popped up, extending my booth. It's a 10 by 20 booth this year, so I have to bring double the product, and I'm just so excited to be there again. And then on Sunday, I'll be with Canal Winchester Makers Market. This is the sister market to German Village Makers Market, and this is their first one that they're ever doing. So we'll be there on Sunday, and I'm really excited for that one too. I love the ladies that host that event, and I'm just excited to be a part of their first market ever. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I had a blast taking you guys along with me for the weekend, and we're gonna do it all again next weekend. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!